All right. Hi guys. Kelly here. I told my shred class goers that we would be doing a clean eating challenge come April. So before we get started, I want to let you guys know that the clean eating challenge is not going to be a complete overhaul of every single meal all in one. I really don't believe in that. I really don't think that it's conducive to being healthy to just throw away everything, restrict all the bad foods, and go completely clean and just go crazy. Because how long does that last? We, balls to the wall for what, 2 weeks maybe, and then we start to fizzle, and we have a stressful day, and we eat that one forbidden food, and then what do? We just snowball right back into all of our old habits. So I'm a firm believer in taking baby steps, maybe one meal at a time. Take that one meal and clean it up and make it to where it's a habit and a lifestyle, and the rest of the meals, do whatever it is you do. But maybe for this one meal, you're going to work on cleaning it up and getting it where you want it to be and where it should be before moving on to the next meal. Literally, it is so habitual that it's like brushing your teeth, or for many of you now, working out, which maybe that wasn't always a habit before. So first, I highly recommend getting Toscarino's book, The Clean Eating, or the Eat Clean Diet. It's not necessarily a diet, it is a way of life, eating clean, eating whole, healthy foods. Before I go any further on this book, I read this book cover to cover, and I have a few more of her other books, and I have to tell you, she is my absolute hero. If it wasn't for her showing me how to eat properly, I would probably still be as unhealthy as I was. That said, I didn't follow this book wholeheartedly, religiously, like a diet. A lot of this stuff is great, but not really for my personality. I still enjoy unclean foods on a regular basis. I go to the Matador, for those of you who are local and know what that is. I love Mexican food, I love mojitos. So I by no means am 100% clean eating. And I really don't make it a goal to ever be 100% clean eating. I do enjoy being social and going out and all of that. But I also have a rule that it's, most of the time I eat clean, but on those occasions where I go out, which is regular, I do allow myself to indulge in foods that don't necessarily fit in this book. So please understand that this is not a rigid, or it should not be a rigid program that you follow strictly and religiously, but definitely something that, can help you learn how to eat and why we should be eating to fuel our bodies and to create health versus illness. So anyway, highly recommend her book. This is probably her first one, so I know there's revised ones out there, there's just the rules, there's all kinds of versions of this, but I highly recommend, if you cannot afford to drop, I don't know how much this was, let's say 15 bucks on a book, go to Half Price Bookstore, even thrift stores, Value Village, Goodwill, usually have copies of these, and if you don't normally go and you're interested, ask me. I'm a junkie, so I'll check the book aisles for you guys. Okay, so enough about the book. Anyway, one meal at a time is how I started. I did not take her book and just overhaul my entire menu throughout the week. And where I started was the easiest place I could think of. What meal do I not have to really think about relearning how to cook, buying new ingredients and all that stuff? Snacks, right? We all have those go-to grab things out of the cupboard or the refrigerator that we eat for snacks throughout the day in between our meals. So some of my favorites were wheat thins with cheese and jalapenos melted on top. Cheez-Its, loved Cheez-Its, love Cheez-Its. That whole get your own box, there's something to be said for that. Oh gosh, what else? Chips, a lot of salty stuff is mixed nuts. A lot of salty stuff is what I had in my cupboards to grab and go to. So I thought, okay, that's where I'm going to start. So I did, and I took all of those things out of my house. And I challenge you guys to clean your kitchen. Don't clean your kitchen for every single meal. Let's narrow this down this month to just snacks. Get rid of your Hostess, did I say Hostess? Twinkies and Ho-Hos and all the knockoffs and all those sweets. The little Snackwell 100-calorie packs of cookies, the flavored Dannon yogurts that are light in your refrigerator, all of those snacks that you go to and grab that aren't whole, and replace them with whole snacks. Dates are awesome for curing a sweet tooth. I'm so addicted, and I have a mean sweet tooth, so we'll go into that later. Obviously, fruits and vegetables. I always pair up, and this book will also teach you this, I always pair up a protein with a carb. So if I'm going to have a piece of fruit, I'll either put almond butter with it or a small handful of nuts. I'm notorious for grabbing a banana and poking almonds and walnuts into them and then taking a bite. It sounds odd, but it's not only extremely healthy and fun, but it gives you that combination of the carb and protein and the fiber and everything that you need to be satisfied until your next meal. So my challenge to you is to clean out your refrigerator. I know many of you have kids and husbands and family members in the house that are like, whoa, wait a minute, do what? This whole challenge that we're going to be working on in Shred, this is not a weight loss challenge. This is not get into a size X before, this date. This is not what this is about. We're not doing Biggest Loser. We're not doing any of that. This is about getting healthy. When you get healthy, weight loss, inches dropped, all of that will naturally follow. It's a natural byproduct of being healthy, is dropping that extra weight that you're carrying by not eating the processed foods, by exercising regularly. So this is not a weight loss program that I am trying to sell to you. This is simply a goal to get healthier. All of that will fall into line. So when you think about getting rid of your sweets and your crackers and your salty snacks and all that stuff that you have in your house, I don't want you to pity your children and think, oh my gosh, what are they going to do? They love those Go-Gurts in their lunches. They love the little packs of Cheez-Its and all of that. And I'm not saying get rid of it 100% either. What I am saying is when you take that out of your house and you replace it with healthy food, those are the options and the choices that your family has to choose from. Sometimes to go outside of the house and get a treat or a salty snack or whatever is fine. That's so distracting. My phone is ringing. It's going to drive me nuts. And it's right under you guys. It's right under my camera. So we're just going to keep going through it. So what I challenge you to do is to talk to your family and say, hey, we're as a family, we're going to get healthier. Because you don't want your family to look at you as, you poor dear, you have to lose weight, and so you can't have these Doritos that I'm eating, you have to have that apple instead. It's not about weight loss, and I really want you guys to get that. This is not about weight loss, this is about getting healthy. Weight loss will follow, that's a byproduct of it, that naturally happens when you start treating your body better. But get your kids on board. You don't want them to grow up with the same issues that you have, right, or that I've had, or so get your family on board. If they want Cheez-Its, if they want all that stuff, once in a while make a trip to the store and grab something for them. But don't keep it in the house where it's a regular snack. Make it an outside thing where that's a treat. That's something that we do extra, but normally this is how we eat. So what are clean foods? Clean foods have as little ingredients as possible. You really want to look for things, in your produce section. Seriously, that's where all of the nuts are kept. That's where all the fruits and vegetables. Greek yogurt is great. I opt for the plain Greek yogurt because it doesn't have 24 grams of sugar per serving. If I want sweetness, I will mix up some bananas and berries, and mix it in. And if it's not sweet enough, and it won't be if you're used to that sugar, it won't be sweet enough right away, then I'll add some stevia to it to make it sweeter. But look for fruits, vegetables, whole nuts, dates, figs. You know, I know some of you are turning up your nose almost instantly at some of these, but give them a try. I did not even know what a date was until my friend Julia wrapped some bacon around it, and I thought I was just going to die. I could not leave this table of bacon wrapped dates. I don't recommend bacon, but oh my God, it was so good. But I do put peanut butter in it and a little bit of unsweetened shredded coconut. Really good, very fulfilling, and 2 or 3, and I don't need any more. Seriously satisfied. So throughout the month, I will post different snack ideas. I will ask you guys how you're doing. Please feel free to get on the Facebook page and post your ideas. Bounce some ideas off of me. I could always use, you know, some new ideas out there. But that is going to be our challenge for the month of April. Why the month of April? It takes, you know, takes a long time to rebuild a habit. So I don't want to put too much on your plate that you guys are feeling overwhelmed. The snack is a great place to start. I'm hoping that you guys have all bought a journal. I want you guys to start journaling what you're eating. Just log your food. Calorie counting is something I highly believe in to learn about what you're putting into your body. It really motivates you to start reading labels, and I highly recommend that you start reading labels. I try as much as possible to buy everything that I can whole and fresh, and you know, we're not perfect either, so when we do buy rices and stuff, I mean, we really try to go brown, read labels. Definitely I stay away from anything hydrogenated, you know, high fructose corn syrup and all those other sugars and stuff. I really try to stay away from when I'm purchasing. So, you know, those boxes of Kraft macaroni and cheeses and stuff like that, we don't have, and those used to be a staple in my house. But we'll get to that later. That's lunches and dinners and whatnot. Let's just think about snacks for this month, and let me know what you guys think. Give me feedback. You know, does this sound too difficult to pull the family on board? You know, do you have tips for each other? I really want you guys to be interactive and help each other out inside the class and outside. Use social media, use the Facebook page, Shred Fit, and let me know what you guys think. I will hopefully post this before class tonight, and I'll see you tonight for our spring challenge.